The secret of helical motion. The Sun does not orbit in place either. The Sun orbits following the movement of the galaxy. And because the Earth and comets perform orbital motion following the Sun's movement, they engage in helical motion. It is not a two-dimensional motion, but a three-dimensional one that undergoes exponential changes, and materials acquire new space and time through spontaneous harmony and self-induced changes. The duality of space and time. Helical motion is a movement that is only possible when inertia and acceleration achieve balance. Space and time are one yet two. Space and time cannot exist independently, and time and space cannot exist simultaneously. Space is static, and time is dynamic. The static and the dynamic cannot appear at the same time. Since space is static, it exhibits the characteristics of inertia. However, acceleration represents dynamic change in space. In nature, acceleration is something that can occur when inertia is formed in space, meaning that acceleration can happen in the balance between the static aspect and the dynamic aspect. Helical motion is something where inertia and acceleration cannot occur simultaneously, and it can be said to be like the front and back sides of a coin appearing cyclically as the coin rotates. So nature acquires a paradigm of circulation, but because it does not return to the original starting point, we do not know where it comes from or where it goes. To summarize this, in physics, space and time are viewed as a single space-time, and the idea that space curves is a way of typifying space without boundaries. It is seen as contracting or expanding like matter. However, space cannot be calculated because its boundaries, position, form, etc. are unknowable, and viewing it as something calculable results in an illusory space without substance. And because it has no substance, confirming its reality leads to futile time and effort. 3. Natural balance and circulation through wave examples. Looking at waves, the fierceness of the waves and the calmness of the sea form a balance like the two sides of a coin, showing continuous movement. Waves arise from the balance between the dynamic side and the static side. This is because the Earth rotates, so the waves do not crash in place, but change position following the Earth's rotation, thus becoming helical motion. Because waves always appear in new positions with new shapes, waves show wondrous and beautiful moments of cyclical creation through creation and destruction. In physics, achieving balance is seen as reaching an end, but in nature, because bias is minimized, rotation or circulation occurs. So it can be said that a new beginning arises from the end. Probably all movements in nature seem to move according to the same principle as how waves move. The secret of helical motion.